Welcome to Driftwood and Shine. Hey guys, I'm Debbie, and tonight we've got a treat. Now, I had originally looked for the brownie pan from the Dollar Tree. They didn't have the brownie pan at my Dollar Tree. So, I've got this old brownie pan, but we're going to call this a Dollar Tree brownie pan shadow box because I was wanting a Dollar Tree. I thought I had one, I'll be honest with you. I thought I had one, but I couldn't find it, so I just pulled out an old one. I got an old one. Actually, we just bought this today, so, Dusty did for 25 cents. And it's just a brownie pan. Just a brownie pan. And what we're going to do to it, we're going to make a shadow box. And we're going to be using a paper out of this Dollar Tree calendar. It's the Bible verse calendar, and guys, these are King James Version Bible verses, which I love. Y'all know I love. And I used, let me tell you, I used February. Well, actually, I used March, because this would have been February stuck in there like that. So I used March. And this is the one I'm using. And it says, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. John 10:10. That's the verse, that's the one that we're using. And guys, I like the fact that it's depicting new life. I know these are eggs, but it's depicting new life. It's depicting a rebirth, a starting over. And you know, we know Jesus said that I am come that he might have life, that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. You know, Jesus came here to die for our sins for eternal life. And today, being 9/11, I thought, well, what better representation of 9/11 than something like this? So, that's what we're doing. So, we take our brownie pan, or whatever brownie pan you have, whatever pan you have, and you get your calendar sheet or your picture. Guys, it can be a picture. It don't have to be out of a calendar. It can be anywhere. And we're going to lay our sheet down. I want to make sure that I have all of that. I'm not really caring if I have all the eggs. It'd be nice if I have all the eggs. I'm going to turn my paper sideways so I can see. And try to make sure, look and see that you have it pretty straight. Because what we're trying to do is cut it out so it's going to fit in the back of our brownie pan. That's where your shadow box comes in at. So we're just going to draw us a line across here with whatever pen or whatever you have. My pen doesn't write very well, but it writes some. So I'm just drawing me a line. Now, we're going to take our scissors, and we're going to, listen, remember when I told you, when you draw on something that you're using as a guide, then your actual picture just needs to be a touch smaller. So we're going to cut on the inside of our lines. Just on the inside. Just a pinch. The first one. Now this one I can barely see. Get it where I can see it a little bit better in this shade. I'm going to cut right on the inside of it. And it's okay if you get it just a little crooked, guys, because we're going to put a decorative trim in there. Okay. Now, you have to mark off the sides too. And I forgot to mark off the side, but I had already marked it off earlier right there. So I'm going to just kind of cut on the inside of that line too and see if maybe. And then we've got to, even after we do that, because we have curved edges, then we got to go into all our edges. And this is just things I'm teaching y'all to pay attention to. When you have curved edges, then you just have to go in and, you know, curve all your edges. And it's like I said, it's okay if you get them off a little bit. I'm just curving the edges. And I probably got them off a lot of bit, but it's okay. Okay, now we're fixing to see just how far off we are. Look at here. Ta-da! I mean, that fits pretty good, guys. Yeah, okay. So, come on out there. Now, what we're going to do next, we're going to lay this to the side because we're not ready for it yet. Now, I've chosen to use Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in the color Sage Shadow, just because this has a little greenish on my picture. And it comes from Amazon, and I believe this color is pinned in our store. I believe it is. I've already pre-painted those edges and the side. All you paint, because this is like a shadow box, it's something that's going to sit up on your shelf. So you paint your side, your top, and of course your side. You don't have to paint the bottom. And then on the inside, we want to paint all the sides and all, because that's what's going to show. So we're going to paint this one first because I hadn't painted it. I should have went ahead and painted it too, but I thought, no, I'll do it on here. Okay, so we're just going to paint those. And I'm using chalk paint, guys, because I know somebody said, well, gosh, you use chalk paint a lot. Is there a reason? And I just like the adhesion of chalk paint when I have it, guys. If I don't have it, I use acrylic paint. It's not that big a deal. But if I'm working on glass or if I'm working on metal, I just tend to like chalk paint because of the adhesion. It seems to stick better. And, I mean, that's the whole name of the game, is getting it to stick. We don't want it all scratching up later. You know what I mean? So try to rub it out as smooth as you can and as flat as you can. Like, don't have like big piles of paint, because then it's hard to dry. But we're going to go ahead and paint all these other edges that I've already painted. We'll put our second coat on them. And they should cover better. 2 coats is probably about all we'll have to have. You could put 3 if you want it, but I think 2 will pretty much do it. And guys, just get you a pizza pan. Pizza. I said it. I didn't mean pizza pan. I've got pizza tray on my mind because I still got to get in there and see if I can find my mica powders, or either find something that I can be satisfied with to do the pizza pan tonight, because I really want to do it late night so it'll have overnight to dry. But anyhow, this is a brownie pan. This one did not come from Dollar Tree. This one actually came from the side of the road today. Dusty got it off the side of the road, which is fine. We don't care. We're gonna cover it all up anyway. You know, if you got it, hey, if you've got an old brownie pan laying around, or you know, even those square pans. I don't remember exactly what you make in the square pan. But if you have like one of the little square pans, any of that will work if you have a small enough word, because ours is going to have a word in it to go with this idea. Now, you know, you don't have to go with this idea. You just want to make sure that we have a good coverage. And I'm just painting it all around, guys. And like I said, try not to have like gobs of paint just because they take longer to dry, but we're fixing to dry this pizza pan. I called it a pizza pan again. Did y'all hear me? Oh, pizza pan. Not pizza pan. Brownie pan. The brownie pan will work just fine. The Dollar Tree brownie pan, or either like Dollar Tree square pan. The square pan was too long for my word. That's why I couldn't use it. And our Dollar Tree did not have a brownie pan. So, Okay, I've got all that done. Now I'll do this side right here. And you would want to paint it. I started to say you didn't have to paint it if you didn't want to, but I would paint it. I would definitely paint it. Definitely paint it. And just draw your lines out flat. Okay, I hadn't painted the other side of that one yet. So let's see if I can get it to move around there. And we'll paint over here. I'm gonna just put me a little bit right there to use. See, I'm painting under here. You just want it to where if it's seen when it's sitting up on your shelf, that it looks like a finished product, guys. Like I told you, you want to cover up those mechanics. You know, make it look finished and nice. So when you get through, go around all your edges and make sure they're good and smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and dry that piece a little bit, and then we're going to do our second coat on it, and then we're going to set it to the side and let it dry. And we've got another process to do. Make sure I don't have any thick paint down there. And guys, this little dryer came from Amazon. This one's a Mofa, M-O-F-A. But we have a bunch of different little ones in our store, and they're all good. There's some that we've checked out reviews and checked out and whatever. They're good ones. And then we have some regular heat guns in there, guys, because heat guns are real good too. Okay, I think that's good enough for us to at least put our second coat on there, and then this pan will be ready and drying. So when we get this next step done, then we can move on. Yay! You just want to make sure your paint's nice and smooth. And if you'll notice, I have a couple of wooden, I don't know if you could see them, I have a couple of wooden half rounds there that we will be using to make this pan. When you use a pan, guys, you've got to have something on that back side that's going to make it stand up flat, make it stand up right. And I tried it, and these big ones, oh, it keeps wanting to move. These big ones stand up real good. Okay, that looks pretty good. I touched it right there, but okay. Now, but I've already painted them, and I'm not painting them again because I just got a little coat of them, little coat on them. Okay, looks like I got a run right there. Let me smooth it out. Just kind of look over your pan when you get through and make sure, you know, you don't have any big gobs, or that it looks pretty smooth. Okay, now I'm going to try to move this to the side back here. And let it dry. There. Okay, now couldn't find my baby wipe, excuse me. Now, guys, this next thing we're fixing to do, I have done it before. Now, I know there's a lot more of y'all now than what used to be. So I want y'all to pay good attention to this, because I watched another crafter do this, and I plumb got nervous, and I would rather be able to help y'all with this and show you, so I don't have to feel nervous if y'all do it. This is called the burn method. We do have a napkin. It was this napkin here, and I cut off the little He Is Risen corner. This little corner right here. I cut it off because we didn't need that part. But it was like this. I opened it up. See? And then laid it out on my word so I could determine, you know, where I could get a whole word out of it. And then I knew, you know, I could cut it right across there. So that's what we did. But now we have to take this back off. Whenever you do napkin, any kind of napkin art or whatever, guys, just separate your front from your back. Napkins have 2 parts. Or sometimes they have 3 parts. The real nice napkins are 3-ply. Now this napkin is light, so it's going to leave my word real light. But that's okay with me. But you just figure out how you can cover your whole word. Okay. Now you can use glue. School glue, you know, like the stick school glue, or you can use Mod Podge. We're using Mod Podge tonight simply for the fact that I forgot to bring my stick, my glue stick. It's in my pocketbook in there, and I didn't bring it. So we're not going to use it. We're going to use Mod Podge. But watch, you have to, and this is how I do it. Everybody to their own, whatever. I just cover my letters, get you enough glue on here. And you cover the whole top part of your letter. Don't go down inside the letter, only just up here, but you want to cover all the way to the edges. The one I watched did not cover all the way to the edges, and I plumb got nervous watching it being burnt, because when you don't cover it, it's napkins, and it's gonna burn everything that's not glued down when you set it afire. It's a napkin. So cover all the way to your edges. And this is a thick letter, so you know it may scorch a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We don't mind. It just makes it look like it went battle weary, you know, on 9/11. Remember, we're just honoring 9/11 today. 20 years today. It's still hard to believe. Just hard to believe. But please make sure you go all the way to your edges. And you see how I've just done a couple of letters. And then I'm going to go ahead and go back over this a little bit. Just because Mod Podge dries so quickly. Then I'm going to get my napkin. And I know I've got to cover the whole word, so I know it's got to be about right in here. See? Then I can go ahead and rub it out on these 2 letters that I just put the glue on. Rub them down good. Make sure the whole thing, and I'm going to hold this up here so you can see how well it stuck down on this letter. Don't rub too hard though, because you're going to you will break your napkin. Okay, let me show you. And y'all can see the difference of where I haven't. See how it's stuck down on those, and then it's not on these because I haven't glued those yet. See the difference? But then all you have to do after that, because we've already got our napkin in place, so all we have to do is fold it back and throw your paintbrush away. So just throw it right back and throw your paintbrush away and get it all trashy. That's just what everybody needs to do. Get the paintbrush all trashy. Okay. Now we're on to the next letters. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to show y'all, because I tried to show y'all. When I pulled it back, see it pulled a little bit of that right there on that wood? I'm going to make sure that little bitty spot has some more Mod Podge on it. You want to make sure every single spot is covered that's on the top of these letters. Every spot. And you can tell that basically when we put our napkin down and we rub it down, because it's not going to stick to the places where there's no Mod Podge. Or your school glue, if you're using the school glue, it'll do the same exact thing. It'll stick down. And see, I'm just lightly rubbing with my finger to make sure that it's all adhered. This is a fun process, but it can get out of hand quick. And that's why I want you to just, if you do it prepared, and do it because you paid attention, and don't burn nothing down. Don't burn anything down. And you can do this outside. Now, I am inside because it is dark outside. But I've got all my places covered. I'm going down with these next 2 letters. See, I'm not giving my Mod Podge time to dry. I'm going ahead and rubbing it out. I love this. I love this. I really do. But these are big letters. And the big letters do tend to scorch. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Now, the little letters, the Dollar Tree letters, you can do them too, guys. Some people said they didn't have a whole lot of luck with them. They've worked real well with me, but I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to hold this up so you can see how it's all stuck down. See how it's literally all stuck down. You can see the word through it because it's wet. Now we're going to take our scissors, and don't skip this part, guys, just because you want to see it burn a lot. Don't skip this part. Cut off your excess. Don't be brave, unless you are outside, and then I guess it don't matter, but then you still can burn yourself. But we're cutting out around it. See, we're getting it real close. Not overly close, but close. And you want to make sure during this process that you don't get a lot of Mod Podge on your fingers, because then you can cause your napkin to stick all to you instead of to your word. So be careful about that too. Okay. Now then. We got off all our excess, see? Now what I'm going to do is like here, I'm going to poke a hole. I'm poking it from the back to the front and all these little hole places. And then I'm going to go back and make sure, I'll show you, go back and make sure that it is rubbed down good. But see how I stuck it out to the front. And I'm going to go back all them places and just make sure my letters are still down good. See, like that one come up a little bit. You know, because we didn't let our Mod Podge dry completely. So, okay. Now here goes, guys. This is cool. And do not hold your letter down like this. The fire will burn. Gravity's going to bring it up here and burn your hand. Don't hold it down like that, okay? And that, see how this fire's headed toward my hand? All I'm going to do is swap hands. This is so cool. And then watch it, it'll go right up in there. See how it's burning out the whole rim. Now, what we have to do, it left a little piece right there. I'm going to go ahead and get it. Okay, now, where we made our holes at, this is what you do. This little torch is hard to burn. All you do is light it right there where you got the hole punched, and it'll burn itself out. Let me see if I can hold it where you can see that part happening. Woo! These little torches are hard, guys. See? Change my hand. Now right here is a little place that hasn't burned yet. See there? Whew. You just set it right there in the hole. Oh, this thing is hard to burn. I mean, hard to mash. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got this little E right here. My hand's a little too close to that. Let's get it over here. golly, it's hard to mash. And then I've got this one little spot right here. See how it burned it right out? Look there, guys. And it didn't even scorch it too much. And I'm gonna tell you the key to that is because I punched at the holes. I punched from the back. Now, if you punch from the front, your piece of loose napkin is going to be inside your letter, so you're going to have to burn it from in here. And when you burn it from in here, it's going to cause more smoke. So poke your holes outward, just like that, and then don't try to burn it all at one time, and don't ever hold it down like this and light it like that and it go up. Don't do that, guys, okay? But there's our letter, our word. And see, he's all covered in napkin. He's got a little bit of scorch, but not very, very much. I see a little bit right there. But man, he turned out good. This is a fun process, guys, when you're being safe. That's my scare, is y'all be safe. Don't be brave. And you can take, let me show you a little. I've got these little files. They come in a 5-pack from Walmart. And you can take these little files even, and you can go in there and just clean your letter up if you want to. I mean, you don't have to. I don't clean mine up because I kind of like it. I mean, that's the whole point of me burning it in the first place, is for it to have a kind of a rustic look. So I don't do that to mine. I just leave it like that, okay? Now, let's see if our pan is dry enough we can get started. It's a little wet. Okay, let's dry it a little bit because it is a little wet. I've got my hairdryer right here. It blows real hard. Let's just see if it'll help a little bit and speed this up. Because we want to get on to the goody part. But I just wanted to show y'all that process, but explain every single step so that y'all can be careful if you try it. Because I don't want anybody getting hurt. I don't want anybody burning no house down or none of that stuff. We want to be careful. Careful, careful. Okay, here goes, guys. This thing blows hard. You see it about blow my thing away? It's blowing everything around here. Okay, I think that's good enough for right now because we're fixing to put our beautiful picture. Remember, we already cut him out. If y'all didn't see how to cut him out, just kind of go back and watch the first of the video, and then you can see how we cut him out. All we're doing now is putting us some Mod Podge down in here. Oh man, I lay stuff around and I never know. There it is. When I was blowing, everything got blowed over. All I'm doing is putting Mod Podge. Let me see if I can hold it so you can see. I don't want to mess my pan up. I'm putting Mod Podge down in here real good. I want a good cover of Mod Podge. Just right around the edges. I mean, right around the, go along the edge like that. And just make sure you have a good cover of Mod Podge. And this Mod Podge has got some yucky in it. Guys, you don't want that. Make sure you take that out. I'm down to the very bottom of this bottle. That's why it's got quite a bit of yucky, I guess. But pay attention because that will leave a, it don't really matter. I say pay attention, guys. It don't matter. It really don't matter because even if it's a little bit rough and uneven, so what? Once we Mod Podge on these papers, sometimes they don't wind up smooth. So a little rough and uneven is not going to really hurt anything. Okay, there we go. That's a good cover. Now let's stick let me get my bottom. Where's my bottom? There's my bottom. Make sure you stick it down the right way. Now we're just going to lay it in there. And rub it down, guys. Oh, wow. Look at there. Now it is causing those little ripples. Let me show you. We're going to try our little iron. Guys, look at this little cutesy little iron. I'm gonna plug it in, get it hot, and we'll iron out a little bit of our wrinkles. Make sure I got it turned on. I don't know which way's the on. I think that's the on. Yeah, I can feel it getting warm. Okay, let's rub it down. Make sure you get on your edges. Rub down and rub down from the inside. See how it's wrinkling up? That's how it's gonna do. It's gonna wrinkle. And I don't know if we can iron that out or not, but we can try. We can sure try. But I don't mind the wrinkles. Now, wrinkles look, to me, that just makes it look, you know, vintage. But you want to make sure you don't have, like, air pockets. It's okay for the wrinkles, but try to rub your air pockets out. You don't want those old air pockets. And it's so funny. I don't know about y'all. But when I put stuff like this down, it lays down and it goes down so pretty and it looks like it's laying so flat, and next thing you know, boom, that mess is all wrinkled up. That's why I learned to love it. Learn to love it. And some say, now I've not tried this, some say that you can rub saran wrap, get you some saran wrap and rub over it, and it'll take them wrinkles right out. I don't know about that either. I'm gonna just see if this'll. It's not, because the wrinkles are so bad already. It's not gonna take those wrinkles out, so we're not even gonna waste our time. No, we're not even gonna waste our time. Now, this is what we've got for our shadow box. See? And it says, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. And guys, this is talking about life, new life. It's talking about being saved in the Lord, but today, and not but, because that's important, and today we're using it in honor of 9/11. There was a lot of, 9/11 brought about a lot of change, guys. A lot of change, a lot of grief, but God was still God, and He's still God now, and we love Him for that. So we're just going to take this and we're going to use it and honor them. Now, I've got this ribbon. It's fall ribbon. It's $5.99. It come from Hobby Lobby. Got it for 40% off. So it wasn't but like $3 something. I can't remember exactly. But it's kind of cool. See, it has all the colors in it of our picture. So we're just going to take our hot glue. Move this thing out of my way. And we're just going to put it right down here along the bottom. We're going to put this rope right there in it. This is just for our, you know, to give it a little pretty down there at the bottom. And guys, too, I want to remind you, those of you that don't know, when you use hot glue on a metal, it's gonna get cold quick, so therefore it's gonna set. Oh, I just saw a place we missed. We get to burn another spot. But you just have to work fast with your hot glue so that it'll still stick, because it will set up very quick on metal. And then you won't have any stickability when it sets up. Okay? We're just going all the way around. We're almost through, guys. Almost through our honor of 9/11. What better thing than to know that our Lord sent His Son that we might have life and that we might have it more abundantly. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and measure. Before I put my glue down, I'm going to go ahead and measure where to cut this off at so it'll come to the right spot. But get y'all a Dollar Tree Brownie pan. I couldn't find one in my store, so we just had to, Dusty found me one for 25 cents today. And it was a little messed up, but that's okay because, hey, there again, we get to take something old and use it. Now look, see, we've got our trim in there so you don't even see the edge of your paper. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to hot glue our legs on, our feet, so that it'll hold our pan up straight. I'm just putting some glue right there. I'm just going to hot glue it on. We'll put glue right here. We'll just hot glue it on. And then I'm going to show you how it just holds it up. It's so cool. Well, I said it held it up. Let me move these things. I may have them too close. Well, now look at that. Maybe I don't have them close enough. Let's move it. Let's take them off because they'll come off. Well, I said they'd come off. Goodness gracious. Guys, them stuck like glue. Well, let's get us 2 more. We're not going to let that beat us. We'll get 2 more and we'll go back and paint them later. I need 2 of the big ones. Let me see before I put it on here, though, where I need to put it so it'll hold it and do like I said it would do. Well, maybe it's too far up. Well, these ain't working at all, guys. This is crazy. Oh, well, it's going to be a shelf leaner. We're not even going to worry with that. Let's go ahead and burn out our one spot I saw we missed. Right here, in between the E and the R. Let's burn that out, and then we'll go ahead and put this on, and we're through. We're through. Okay. Burnt that out real quick. Now, all we're going to do, guys, I'm going to put glue on the bottom parts of these letters. Just the bottom part. I can't believe that wood stuck to that so well. Wow. And then we're going to hold our pan up, and this is what makes it a shadow box. Look at that, guys. Is that not awesome? Oop, there. Isn't that neat? And I don't know why it's not standing up, because honest to goodness, I promise you. Oh my word. Have I lost it? Do y'all think I've lost it? Look at this. Now it's standing up. It's a little forward. So I think you need to have your feet closer. But look, it's standing up. Look there. Well, I had it stand there. It's standing. Isn't that cool? But anyhow, you can still have it as a shelf leaner, guys. I would put it as a shelf leaner. All right, that's it, guys. Get you a Dollar Tree brownie pan, and a word that means something to you, like faith. I wish I'd had the word faith. I love the word faith to use. And then you just make you a shadow box. Isn't that neat? Okay, now we're going to draw our names. I didn't draw my names this morning, guys. I forgot. But I will go back and draw them. But okay, the names we're fixing to draw, guys, is for, we do a mystery drawing on a wheel of names. So you get to see it spin around until it stops and see who wins. But it's for a mystery gift on a mystery day. We don't tell you when we're going to do it, and we don't tell you what it is. Okay? So here we go. Y'all ready? Hang on, I can't read it. Joy Bond. Yep, Joy Bond. Here goes. Vicki Evans. Vicki Evans. And that's Vicki with a Y. Vicki Evans. Sandy Ague. Miss Sandy, I told you I got to know how to say that last name. Jennifer Deal. Man, my glasses and this Denise. It's Deneise. Graham Taylor, Grahmtaylor. Let me make sure I get this right. And I hope I say y'all's names right. Okay. Faye Beck. Anita Singletary Tootin. Miss Anita, you comment so often. Thank you so much. My Minta Chandler. My phone, every now and then, guys, looks like it goes dark, but it doesn't go dark on y'all's end. It just goes dark on mine, and it makes me hard to read these with these stupid bifocals. 6, 7, 8. 2 more names. Debbie Graham. 1 more name, guys. Annette Riggs. And guys, I did tell you, because we are celebrating 100,000, y'all have helped us get to 100,000. So there are going to be a few surprise names on there too. So just because your name was not called out does not mean you may not be on that wheel. Yay. All right, guys, I plan on doing one tonight. I'm not going to make a promise, though, because I've got to get in there in that storage room and see if I can find my mica powders. I don't know. I found everything but mica powders. I was in there last night, and I found tons and tons of glitter that we're fixing to start shipping out to some of y'all, but I cannot find my mica powders, but I'm going back in. Okay. All right, love you guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for the stars.